Good afternoon, Prairie View Christian Church. Thanks for listening in again on this Wednesday, May 13th. Today is your weekly video update. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm slowly but surely starting to transition back to some aspects of normal life, and that includes spending more time at church. So here I am in my office. This morning I brought about 30 or 40 books that I had stacked up on the floor at home during this time of making that my home base for work, but now starting to transition back to the church. And maybe you're doing some similar things, maybe with the slow but sure easing of restrictions. Maybe you're starting to work your way back to old routines and old places and old things that you used to do that you haven't done for a while. But if that's you, we ask you to simply be safe, be wise, be careful. Stay vigilant, keep washing those hands, all those sorts of things that they recommend to avoid illness, not just during the time of the coronavirus, but just in general. Try to be hygienic and clean and smart and safe as you venture out there into this world that may be so unfamiliar to you after the past couple of months. Now, you may have already heard this, but we are going to communicate it until we are blue in the face. We have announced that we are going to resume worship service on Sunday, May 31st. Now, of course, that is tentative. That is our goal, our hope, our desire, our prayer, our plan, but it is not set in stone. There will be lots of precautions that we'll be taking. You can find those online in the video that we released last week, in Nancy's email from last Friday, or from the document on our website. It's under the policies and procedures page on the website. So you can feel free to read more about those precautions there. I've talked to a couple people the past couple days, and they've said, yeah, we're not really 100% sure if we're going to be there on May 31st or not, because I have a child who's high risk, or I'm over 65, and we look at that and think, that's exactly the way we want you to be thinking. We want you to practice wisdom and discernment. We want you to look to the guidelines that we've put out there, the guidelines the state has put out there, and we want you to take those seriously. So even if that means our attendance on Sunday, May 31st is not what it was 2 months ago, we would rather our congregation be safe and healthy than just look at attendance numbers. So that's good to hear that people are thinking and really paying attention to those precautions and taking them seriously. We want you to do that. We also announced that other events can resume effective immediately within those published guidelines of social distancing and masks and not sharing food and drinks, all that kind of stuff. We highly recommend meeting outside, out in open air. I know a couple of our small groups are kind of working in that direction and maybe trying to start getting back together in person within those guidelines, whether it's meeting in somebody's garage or the church parking lot or somebody's yard. We encourage that. We encourage you to be thoughtful and creative about how you can get back together in each other's presence while also doing so in a safe way. So I know small groups are considering that. Our men's breakfast is discussing how we can do that. We even have a virtual baby shower coming in the next couple of weeks for Sadie McLean. If nothing else, it did my heart a lot of good to actually add something to the church calendar last week rather than take something away, which I've been doing for 2 months. So little glimmers of hope during this time of the pandemic. So again, pay attention to that announcement, pay attention to what's happening here at the church, the Sunday morning events on May 31st, starting back up, hopefully, prayerfully, and then other events starting to meet together again as well. And then finally, one last thing I wanted to cover this afternoon on our weekly update is that this coming Sunday, May 17th, would have been our Sunday to honor graduates. We have 3 high school graduates, Aiden Lucas, Alyssa Britting, and Lexi Lawless. And we would have called you up on the stage. I'm sure we would have had some nice little gift for you. We would have given you a round of applause, and someone would have prayed for you. And obviously we can't do that this Sunday. We were even going to have a fellowship meal after the service for you, but that can't happen either. But even though we can't do that this coming Sunday, we still wanted to honor you. We wanted to let you know that we're proud of you. We wanted to say congratulations. We wanted to let you know that we're praying for you as you consider what the future holds. Even in the most normal circumstances, it can be a little intimidating as you go from high school to college or work or whatever it is that might come next. But that's especially the case in crazy times like this. So our high school graduates know that we're praying for you, we're thinking of you. And even though we can't honor you here this coming Sunday, we did find a different way to honor you. That's out in the church parking lot. We'll take a picture of that and post it here in just a few minutes. That was Jennifer Britting's idea. So if you get a chance, thank Jennifer Britting for her creativity and her generosity and finding some small way to honor our high school graduates. And then also, we do want to mention our college graduates. Even though you didn't get this special little gesture that we did outside the church building, we're still very proud of you as well. So Lily Pafford from IU and Kelsey Denny from Taylor, again, just know that your church is praying for you and thinking of you. We wish we could celebrate with you a little bit more formally, but we are very, very proud of you. And we appreciate your efforts and look forward to seeing what you do next, whatever might come next. And I would encourage you as a congregation, if you know of those high schoolers, send them a card, send them a note, send them some way of saying congratulations. We all assume that when we graduate, we're going to have these great graduation parties out in our backyards with all kinds of family and friends and cute baby pictures. And, that might not be happening for these college and high school graduates the way they wanted to. So find ways to encourage them and salute them and honor them for their accomplishment. But with that, I think that pretty much covers our Wednesday weekly update. Again, hopefully you're transitioning safely back to some aspects of normal life. Keep an eye on the church calendar as we think about non-church events coming up now that we can do some of those things again. Keep an eye on May 31st as we are hopefully going to have worship service here in the building that Sunday. And then, of course, find a way to honor those graduates that I just mentioned. So, with that, have a great Wednesday, and we hope to see you very soon.